What's up, YouTube? We are timing the 3.2 Carrera engine today. So this is that air-cooled motor from 1989. So I'm going to be timing it, kind of getting those cams set to where they need to be. So just kind of starting off, got the motor at TDC. So that is the hash mark for TDC. Verified that with checking the piston coming up to top dead center on cylinder number 1. So I got those cams set where their lobes are facing the right way. So there's a little mark on the cam, got them lined up and down. Put in these solid tensioners. So normally there's hydraulic ones in place, but put in solid tensioners. So those solid tensioners help make that cam chain get as tight as it should, which is very, very, very tight. So looking at that, got those tight so those cams are in place. They're not going to slip, they're not going to move. It's not going to be anything out of the ordinary from how the car will be running when you're driving. And so let me just run through the process real quick of setting these cams. So focusing in right here on the dial indicator. So I have got the lobe of the cam inside there is set to a point where it's on the rounded side, so it's not touching the lobe yet. The rocker is not engaging the top of the valve yet, so it's not even starting to push that valve. So that's all the way up at the top. I've got the dial indicator sitting on the top seat of the valve, so right up here, not on the rocker itself, because there is actually a little bit of a gap that I have tuned into that rocker. You have to have them gap to 0.1 of a millimeter. So I got that zeroed out there. So then what we do is we turn the crank 360 degrees, and that point is when this valve should start opening. So 4 degrees before TDC, the intake valves on the cylinder 1 and 4 start to open. So the way that you actually validate the timing is you figure out how much they have opened by the time you have reached that TDC. So let me run through it with you real quick. All right, so here we are. Got the engine at TDC. Gonna put my wrench on it right here. So as I turn this over, so I'm gonna run it over, and over. So here we go, we're getting close to that TDC mark. So there's our zeroed out. So as I'm approaching that TDC, you see all of a sudden I'm starting to gain numbers there. See, I'm approaching that TDC, starting to gain numbers. So right when I get to that mark, right there. So you see 1.18. So I've actually already timed this motor. The way that you time it is down here with this gear. You move a little tiny pin around, but it's pretty tricky. But I've already got this motor timed, so we're well within spec. Our spec is 1.1 to 1.4. So we got plenty right here. You can see actually, once I kind of reset the dial indicator, we're sitting at 1.2.